Hey, it's Audeyah. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be comparing the Nicka Poison Apple palette versus the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette, and I definitely want you guys to see what my thoughts are on this, and I want to thank you so much in advance for clicking on today's video. Many of you should know about the Huda Beauty Obsessions palette, and I think that these were all under the gemstone name. So this one is called Ruby Obsessions, and this is what this palette looks like. So as you guys can see, it's a very unique palette. It basically is a red palette, hence it's called Ruby, and it contains an orange shade as well as this like beige pink color. It also contains this rustic, I wouldn't really say rustic, but it also contains like a deep, how would I describe this color? It's basically like a deep color that has reflex glitters of gold as well as red in it, which is why it's in there as well. And this is a palette that, as you can see based off of the indentations, I have used this several times to create a few looks. A couple weeks ago, I was speaking with someone, and then they let me know that there's a dupe palette on the market for the same palette that I already own, and I basically love the palette to pieces, and so I was very much excited to even hear or see that there was a palette that came close or even is a dupe for the palette that I already own. The difference between this palette and the one that I'm about to show you is that one is $27 and the other one is $5. It depends on where you get it from, but it ranges between $3 to $5. And this is the Nicka Poison Apple palette, and this is what this palette looks like. Now I'm going to guarantee 100% I'm not tricking you. This is literally a dupe for this palette right here. Like, the color story is pretty much the same. The only difference is the shades of the orange, and I want to say, just by looking at it, the shade of the beige pink color that is there. And then also this color right here isn't in this one, but I'm gonna try my best to sort of modify the look to make them as duplicate as possible. What I'm gonna do is grab this product. With this product, a little goes a long way, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do to both of my eyes. I'm going to be comparing how each product performs and basically trying to determine whether or not price matters when it comes to these palettes. We're also going to be looking at pigmentation, and just to tie everything together, this is officially my first October video, and so that means that this tutorial is definitely going to be a fall tutorial, so stay tuned and see what's up. So just like some information that I don't know, but I will fact check, is when the Poison Apple was launched, because I do know that the Ruby Obsessions palettes were not the gemstone palettes, sorry, they were all launched around fall of last year, but I do know for sure that this Nicka palette came out before the fall season. I don't know exactly how long it's been out, but I'll definitely will fact check that and put it in the description box for you guys. Also, a bit of an important note, I'll be using the brushes that I used in my last video, which was my September video, to create this for you guys. These shades, they are 5 shades that are eyeshadows, and 4 shades that are blush shades. So 1, 2, 3, 4, those are the shades that are considered to be blush, and everything else is considered to be eyeshadow. So on this eye, I'm going to be using the Poison Apple palette, and then I'm going to clean my brushes and then use the same brushes on this eye with the Huda Beauty palette. So we're gonna do the other eye now, and I'm only gonna be using this color and this color to build my crease, and then I'm gonna be using this to match this eye, and then I'll use this one right here to close in the gap. So I'm kind of an idiot, but you know, we human, we make mistakes. So I had to take all of the color out of this because I realized I built my brow bone color before I applied pink. So hopefully this did not create too much of a disturbance to make it not work out how it's supposed to. Go and see what's really good. I'm gonna use this color. Okay, so both of the eye looks are done. I'm going to complete the rest of my face and then give you guys my final thoughts. So hey, how are you? The palette specified that 1, 2, 3, including this color, they're all meant to be blushes. So I'm definitely going to be trying this one because this one is the closest one to a blush that we have in the other palette. So just going to pick it up and apply it to the cheek. I definitely love how the entire look came together, and I'm just gonna give you guys my thoughts on the two palettes. So definitely I do love this palette, and I also love this one as well. I don't really love one more than the other, and I definitely think that I can use the two of them together to create looks because they're shades that this one has that this one could use and vice versa. So this palette is $27, and I can't tell you what the weight is, but this says that it's 4 ounces, so I'm just kind of going to assume that it's the same 4 ounces. They're basically the same size. the difference between the two palettes is that these shadows are not just eyeshadows, they're also meant to be used as blush. So I do think for $4 having a multi-use palette, or a multi-purpose palette rather, is definitely something that a beginner makeup artist could definitely benefit from. Whereas with this one is a $27 palette. Yes, I know that you can improvise with the shades and make it your own. However, this one specifically says that these are meant to be eyeshadow palettes. As it goes down to the packaging, I do like the fact that this is pocket size. So is this one. Of course, we're not going to negate that. But the difference is, with this one, you'll have to pack an extra mirror. Whereas with this one, it comes with its own mirror. So that's something that's really cool. You can definitely tell the difference in the price of the palette simply because the packaging, to me, this one is more so like, it's thought out really nicely. It looks really professional and everything. And I just think that, you know, you can definitely tell the difference with the prices based off of the packaging. With this one, I definitely think that it would have benefited from definitely think it would have benefited from having its own mirror, but I can't say I'm unhappy with how the palette performs. So definitely, if I had to say that I love the palette more, I'd have to say I love this one more than this one for sure, because, well, price point is definitely the determining factor for what I feel about these palettes. This is $4 and it comes with really pigmented eyeshadows. This one is $27, and some of the colors you really have to dig into in order for them to show up. I remember buying this palette because my friend Kat the First, I remember that she used this palette and she had this fierce smoky eye. But then again, Kat's complexion and my complexion are very different. I feel like if I had used this, I shouldn't say that. I feel like this performs the way that I expected this one to perform. And I'm not mad at it because it's like more so just like a smokier palette, whereas this one is more vibrant. But like I said, I definitely feel like I could benefit from using these two colors together. So we're basically going to dissect the look. The first shade that I used was this shade right here, and this is supposed to be, this is what it, but well, okay, I think that's good. So against my complexion, that's what that looks like. And then the Huda palette, this is what this looks like. I'm gonna just watch it again. So for me, this one is kind of more iridescent, just more reflective, whereas this color is more flat to me. I definitely do like the way that this one looks, but I definitely feel like if you bought both of these palettes, you could definitely benefit from having both in there. Like, to me, this is nice if you want to have like a really glowy brow bone, whereas this one is really good if you want to have a matte, because to me, the way how it shows up, it just makes my brow bone stand out a lot more on this side than on this side. But that's just my opinion. Let me know if you can see a difference in the comment section. So just gonna clean off my hand, and then we're gonna go into the star of the show, which is this vibrant color that you see all over my lid. I can't really compare the colors I used in my crease or even the other shade that I used to darken it, simply because they don't perform the same. So this is the one from the Poison Apple palette. This is absolutely beautiful, and this is the one from the Huda palette. So I think, to me, this one basically is brighter than this one. Like, this one is basically ruby, and this one is more of a fuchsia. At least that's what it looks like to me. But of course, you guys could just definitely tell me how you feel in the comment section about it. I do think that they're definitely beautiful colors, but I would use, let's say, I would use these as an ombre, because I don't think that they're an exact duplicate of the color. I don't think so at all. I do think if I didn't mention that I was wearing two different palettes, you wouldn't know. But now that we're doing like side-by-side comparison swatches, we can definitely see the difference in these shades. Like I said, I can't really compare anything else because the other shades don't really match up. Like for example, this color right here looks nothing like the supposed dupe color for it. As you can see, this is a deep purple, whereas this one is kind of like I feel like I'm looking at deep purple and violet. Well, maybe I just don't know what this color is called, but they definitely don't show up the same. So on this eye, this basically brightens the look, whereas on this other eye, it smokes out the look a lot more. And then definitely this red color right here and this purple color right here, they definitely aren't the same color. But like I keep saying, I think that these palettes are definitely different. I would definitely purchase, I definitely in regular circumstances would have seen either of them and gravitated towards them because they are very, very beautiful palettes. They do well on their own. I don't think that it is a complete duplicate for the Huda Beauty palettes. If you're looking to cut costs, understand that yes, you can create really nice looks, but it's not the exact same palette. But then I also think that for the price point of $27, that the Huda palette definitely should be a lot more pigmented than it is, because look at this side versus this side. I know that you have to see the difference. Like there definitely is a difference between these two shades, or even all the shades on my lids. But in the future, my concluded thoughts is that in the future I will definitely be using these two palettes together as opposed to using them separately. I overall love the look that each of these palettes gave me, and if I had to choose a winner, I would definitely go for this palette because I think that this one definitely did for me what I was looking for. And then I also like the fact that for this to be the lesser of the two palettes in terms of cost, I feel like definitely making it a multi-purpose palette definitely wins in my book. So I think I'm done as it relates to what I have to say about all of this. I hope that you guys were able to enjoy this video and enjoy my ramblings and my thoughts, and I hope that you guys learned something from this tutorial as well. So bye.